her, Sarah Farasia.
Hi, David Yontif. How are you? You're here back in LA for a hot second.
Do you feel me just mere miles away? Do you feel my presence like witchy poo vibes?
I do. I love that you're back. I feel lighter. And of course, you and I are going to an event tonight.
We
And,
are.
I'll tell you guys this secret about Mr. Yontif, at least when it comes to me. He never eats and he never meets for a drink. It's always like, I got to meet you at the event.
Okay, first of
I'm
all,
working
Sarah.
10 minutes before the event. I'm like, let's go at 5 o'clock to Craig's, eat some meatballs, have a couple martinis. And this
Sarah.
can never do it. Why?
Okay, first of all, I think, isn't there going to be light bites and drinks at this event?
Oh, really?
So how many times does one girl on the Row Body? I'm on the Row Body program, girl,
What's
and I inject myself once a week, and it really does kill your appetite. But besides that, who can meet at 5 p.m. when you are running a major podcast? You too, girl. You should take the extra two hours
anywhere
to
where
work.
there's where it says light bites?
You see
And
it?
no, wait, I don't see anywhere
Oh.
it says light bites. I don't think I feel like it's too late. Look, 7 o'clock is when this event starts. I don't eat past 7.
Oh
And
my God. I was gonna say you want your meatballs and you
yes,
drink afterwards.
I might go to Craig's. I'm thinking of going to Craig's, just sitting at the bar by myself and eat a meatball and a little Caesar salad.
Don't try to make all these people listening hate me. I'm on row.co/velvet and I'm doing the GLP-1s, girl. It works. Listen, I'm gonna try to finish early. I'll try to come to Craig's. I'm gonna try.
I'm
And
going.
also, if there's drinks there, how many drinks can one have?
I don't drink past like 8 either because I have a 3-year-old that gets up at 6:20 a.m. on the dot. He sees his little green light. He has one of these little sound machines and it turns green. So he knows he can't get out of bed till it turns green. And honey, when that thing lights up green, he is out the door. So, I have all these, I mean, like you with these shots, I've got my own shots in my head here. So
Well, Sarah, I would like to know who has had a worse few couple of weeks.
all right, let's
Is
see.
it A, Jax Taylor, or B, Victoria Gunvalson? Where would you like to start?
Well, I'm going to start with Vicki because near death, if as long as you are alive and have your health, we say this all the time on this podcast that we do together. You have everything. You have everything. I don't care what you can always bounce back out of financial stuff. Here in the United States, just declare bankruptcy again and again, whatever. Vicki nearly died of sepsis, which is very hard to overcome. In fact, the neurologist told her she only had a 10 to 20% chance of survival, and she came through it. Vicki, you're in our prayers. I mean, to survive that is unbelievable. So
It,
that is, Jax is having a bad week, but I think that tops it.
yeah, I mean, look, there's no love lost between me and Victoria Gunvalson, especially since she was almost the third co-host of the Bravo Bench. But Anna pulled for Ace, and we have Ace. So I almost worked with Vicki on an actual podcast, and leading up to that, the experience wasn't so pleasant. And dealing with her, I'm very happy we didn't. And let me just say that, yeah, I agree with everything you just said. Health is all that matters. Our thoughts and prayers are with Vicki. I know from some reliable sources, I've done some digging, and I know from sources very close to Vicki that this is not her breaking down. Because, I did roll my eyes of like, is this the family van, all over again? Is this you being on a mountain screaming at Lori Peterson that you did not sleep with multiple partners? Are these women are dramatic at times. And I do have from a very reliable source that I don't think Vicky's like 100% out of the woods. I think this really was serious and she's fine. Yeah, could you imagine sepsis and 10%? It just anything could happen at any time. So my heart does go out to Vicky. I mean, all this is bullshit when it comes to health. I agree with you.
Do you have any? I guess it doesn't matter, but nobody seems to know the infection. She had an infection which prompted sepsis, but nobody knows. And I mean, it's her right not to tell us the details. However, just wondered if it's out there. What prompted this? Because it sounds like she was interacting with a client that was a former ER physician, and she started speaking gibberish. He knew something was off, and then he calls 911, gets her to the hospital. She almost had this like
The
amnesia
boyfriend.
effect.
And
Oh,
by
was
the
it the
way,
boyfriend? Was it the boyfriend?
yeah,
Oh, I thought it
Mike
was.
Smith.
Oh,
And
oh.
by the way, Vicky, I mean, you had Brooks. You did lie about cancer, girl. Come on. You lied about cancer, girl. I had Megan King Edmonds on, or Megan King. You lied about cancer. You had Steve Lodge, who just used you for fame. Keep this guy. That's what I would take away from all of this. He's an attractive older gentleman. He stood by you through all of this, girl. This is what it's all about. Keep this guy. This is the one, Vicky. You get a little confused, just like you show up on the OC and you say that you're a wholesome person, and then Emily Simpson says, roll the flashback, and we roll the flashback and we see all your crazy moments. Like, so if you're confused, Vicky, this is the guy for you. Keep him. And my heart does go out for her. It does.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely terrifying. So seems like she's on the mend, to your point. The
But
video I saw.
not out of the woods
Yeah.
from what I've been told. I've been told this is real because I did roll my eyes, and some people did DM me to say, is this real or not? And I had the same thought, like, just again, a little bit dramatic. But this is real. And so therefore my heart goes out. I love how my good friend. I have a very, very good friend, not Marge the Sarge. I know you know my friend Marge the Sarge. I have another very good friend, Kelly Dodd, very good friend of mine, very good friend. I was just in the OC yesterday with Elizabeth Vargas. Kelly's name came up. Hi, Kelly. But I love how she kind of makes this about her. She came out the minute that this was announced and said, well, I knew all about this. I knew that Vicki almost died because her boyfriend, Mike, called me. And I mean, I didn't tell anybody on my podcast. I didn't even know she still had a podcast, this Kelly Dodd. But she said, I didn't tell anybody on my podcast. See, I can keep a secret. I mean, first of all, why are we making Vicky's near death about you? Second of all, do you know how many things I am told all day in confidence? You think my lunches with Luann, the floodgates don't, I mean, you don't get a prize for like not revealing on your podcast that a friend of yours, as you say, almost died until they reveal it. So I love how she made this about herself because she did. She's like, I knew this. I knew it all. Well, girl, we all know a lot of everything and we don't reveal it. So you don't get a prize for that, right?
She's been in the headlines a lot because I'm trying to follow, and shout out to our girl Sarah from Texas, who is breaking this down in videos from her TikTok. I'm trying to follow if her daughter Joelle, if her daughter
Jolie.